When you fuck with somebody with money, you're fucked. You can run, but you can't hide. You have never met anybody like me, and you probably never will. Because you're a cunt. Where's the vagina cream? I give you this vagina cream so you can rub it on your snatch. Because that's life, guys and gals. Nobody gives a fuck about your... Nobody.
Fret not, you niggas is in the best spot. Perfect example of what a nigga best not. Fix his body in position and mind in submission to accept being bitches. Nigga, this is a different jurisdiction. We on top of this one. Money, my religion, trade federal commissions. Nigga, you delinquent, chronic tax evasion. Caught him lackadaising, he thought I couldn't fade him. Big dough, I'm from everybody paying, killing everything they saying if it ain't about a payment. Universal commercial code financing statements, CASHAPP numbers, general obligations. The expert, national treasurer, reader of the ledger, extender of expenditures. Hands all in your pockets, nigga, I've been insurers. X amount of cash outs until the counts is in the norm. Form to fill out for that exempt tax and they ask for a pass and then slide without tapping in. It's blasphemy, the acting in, posturing. It's a counterfeit, the game flooded because of them. It's a bunch of them fucking up the sustenance. I'm up with the sun, top of the AM functioning. Checking the seats and expenses. Lucrative business, taxing bitch niggas who try to mimic this. Debits and credits, indigenous express shit. Hit a lick and throw up the set quit. Check it out, a lot of dough to be made. And likewise, cause there's still a lot of dough to be paid. To operate on the world stage, turn the page, the table's over. We getting over till it's over for you. Weird socially engineers is out of here. And real original hairs is on
and
top
I'm not
of
here
here.
to insult your ethnicity, but I will. I'm not here to insult your religion, but I will. Because in the real fucking world where nobody gives a fuck, you want to fit in. You want people to like you. Why? Because you have poor fucking role models. And I'm trying to give you a fucking template to fight off that loser. Goddamn, like the devil's gonna make me do it. Gotta fight that loser off.
When I tell you the world's over, brother, it's over. Because if you're the best we got on this planet, you're gonna take responsibility for the first time in your fucking lives.
When I tell you there's 31 days in February, there's fucking 31 days in February. When I tell you the fucking sun's not coming up, the motherfucking sun's not coming up.
The rap game just become a cesspool of snitches, werewolves and witches. Interviews in 60 minutes, complaints about business. Who's dissing? Tools blinking. Who's the last dragon or the show enough? Hold up, niggas mugshot be looking funny as fuck. They wanna dress up and get a tummy tuck and claim they be rolling up. Get a bunch of holes in your truck. The AR got that Rambo clutch. Just touch the deposit and the routing number on a bitch's ass, just like a bounty hunter. No, we didn't stutter. They wonder because their brain got cluttered. They left that in the gutter that is under the bridge. Hope you not minding the stench. Ain't nobody quite grinded like this. With all that reckless eyeball and keep your mind to your bitch. In the Southwest, we make them dig they own ditch. Shots out to LA, they get bigger or rich. Make it make sense. They rich for penny pinch. So I screw this ratchet with the heavy wrench. Stay steady shit. This to stay ready click. Never be a day I switch. Hold her hand, I might mack on your bitch. If the shoe fits, wear it and just be glad they lost all their bands. Now they shaking hands and taking stands. Then behind the wall they need a colostomy bag. He went to Hollywood and dressed in a drag just to get paid. Each a which away. To my dismay, they is still bitch paid. Catch a shade in the fade, then they claim to be made. Yeah, that'll be the day when pigs fly from Hawaii to Bed-Stuy. But then they lies comply with the FBI. I make them obese squeezing this healthy nine.
Nobody is better at this than me.
The world is irretrievable. The world is going in the shitter.
Embarrassed to be a human being. See everybody fucking whining like bitches. I'm fucking embarrassed.
Fucking never. If I live to be 1,000,000 years old, I'd never do this again. Because this is a thankless fucking job. Because you're all worthless. I was taught, and the truth will make you free. That's what they told me. Apparently now, not now. When you fuck with somebody...
Officer, you want to say you're going to lock me up for telling you my story. I told you...
Jack Diamond. I remember when them lights start flashing, we threw our stash and we start dashing. But now I ask them in gentleman fashion, what's the issue? Hand them my license, they get excited, and they say it really is you. Can I get a picture and a signature for my wife and sister? I say sure, mister. Never officer because his office is miniature. Money miscellaneous and life is miserable. When you ain't got no job, it's career criminal. Where stacks is never minimal. This is the life that we chose. Heart grows gold, do time and go to the hole. Still shine wherever we go. Better to be known for being honorable then holding on chrome. Keeping my family safe at home, cause it's cold outside. Known by dragging eyes on both sides. There's mob and bow ties. Opposition always gonna get lies. Fuck your proposition, I'll never testify. This the art of surprise.
Jack Diamond.
A lot of underworld mechanics on God's green planet. Between cement and gaining a jacket. The dinosaurs are gigantic. The wild boards are attacking. The finest swords are attractive. Trying to find a plate for a score to happen. Light feet don't give you enough weight for traction. I'm never clashing with the police. Yeah, they know me. This is order. We organize respectfully. Cause technically, my PI is on 5G. Don't be fucking with nobody that you're trying to see. Get in, be swimming amongst officials. Blind them with your diamonds, have your eyes as sharp as crystals. Put your heart in your pistol, making decisions on dark issues. Believe more than the mark within you, and still got court dates to tend to. I lead by example for my nephew, cause these are blessed moves, and it's best to leave those fools alone. They'll be standing in line, collect, calling on a pay phone, begging for a loan.
You put your hands on me. What is your name? I asked y'all a question. I am
Jack Diamond.
Revolution or prostitution? The con artist, a professional that's signing on the Constitution. We hear the problems and provide solutions. My authorities respected, my nigga. There is no confusion. When there's collateral damage, I collect restitution. Expect the test designed for losing. Them swines be cruising. So my movement is zigzag. To ditch that, bitch ass, rip rap, get cash, and stay away from the blue flash that says who that, and stop right there. Mama yells Christ's sake until she got white hair. At night, fiends got bright stares. We all live and learn that life ain't fair. Every bad boy gets a death row chair. Puff cigars and blow O's in the air. And official just like Smokey the Bear. Never scared when the dough is right there. Me and the game's a tight pair. After the daydreams, here come the fucking nightmares.
Jack Diamond. Yeah, oh, what up? What up? What up? What up? What's good to Anthony Bryan up in here? You know, hopefully some more people swing through. Yeah, I know it's been a little hiatus. I be having to do that, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I be having to do that. Niggas be getting a whole picture with me and watching me on videos, man. The shit be fucked up on how people's brains operate. You know. And that's what we talking about today. You know, 20 years of bad decision making. So what is the guy 720's purpose? I've kept people sane. I've kept myself sane. My children are sane and healthy, you know. We didn't fall into no holes or no idolization of no niggas out here, man. Because you see some nigga on the screen, you know. And one thing that's really crazy is, you know, yeah, I put out a lot of content, a lot of music, books over the years, you know what I'm saying? Get the Kicked Out of Heaven right now. You know, I'm running out. And once these copies are gone, they are gone forever. Do you understand? Okay. So people can get involved in my content and they fall into some space like we homies or something, like you know me or something, nigga. Like, no, nigga. There's a line. We don't, you know, approach accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But then when you do thorough investigations, you see people come out of a lot of chaotic households. Once again, it always bounces down to how you were raised. And a lot of people weren't raised with the appreciation and respect. And these are concepts to have in your behavior, you know, of operation. A lot of people ain't got them.
So a nigga gotta play the distance card sometimes, man. I don't mean to have my fans looking at me crazy or nothing. But anyways, what's really going on in the world? Y'all see what's going on, this whole Kamala thing. And it's not good. It's not healthy. Kamala ain't gonna win. You heard it here first. The God 720 say Kamala will not win. And keep your funky ass out of Las Vegas, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Bojangles, the restaurant, keep your funky ass out of Las Vegas. You understand what I'm saying? We got to make it clear. If y'all got any questions, man, pose them in the comment section. I'm here. We're going to kick it for a little minute. I got to get to some other shit. But this whole internet zone has become very weird, over the past 20 years, and this is our first little introduction and our first public utilizing of the internet since the 90s. But it got real chaotic over the past 20 years. Y'all made some very bad decisions out here. Y2K, 2012. The sky is falling. That's what the white man wants you on, living on edge. You don't know what the fuck is coming next, and you gonna get hit by what's coming next, when in reality ain't nothing coming, just like the COVID. How many niggas went and got shots? Niggas was out here shooting each other up over the toilet paper. I did not forget. Okay? All that metrosexual shit and all these other badass decisions niggas is making. You voted for Obama. Obama introduced the birds, and now the birds is trying to read books to your children in school. You understand? There's great religious war going on in these days. And the majority of people aren't even, alert enough or educated enough to even see it as religious wars and identify it as such. And that's exactly what's going on. We have the Israel, we have the Palestine, we have the Russia, we have the Ukraine. We got the Christian versus the LGBTQ. You got the Islam versus the West. And this is what's going on the planet right now. We're stuck right in the middle, and we don't know what's coming, what's about to happen. We just seen 2,000 flights get canceled in a day. Something new for the American. Put a little fucking brain fart in your system. It is not fully reliable. Technology is not fully reliable. You better understand one thing about this technology thing. Okay. When it comes to new technologies introduced to the social system and for the reliance of humans, it takes about a good 100 years for it to be solidified and truly embedded into our collective understanding and collective utilizing. And this is what it is right now. The steamboat took about that long. New inventions, the washing machine and things of this nature. It takes a long time for it to be introduced. And when it comes to the levels that we're at now with the dependency upon the internet, is a whole new ball game. And the internet is brand new. A lot of people are going to be collapsing because they have this full reliance system going on that is very false. The only reliance system that you truly have is your own intellect. And that's why I provide the literature. It's a do-it-yourself project when it comes to existence, But a lot of people think they got somebody to call on and somebody to lean on. And when you find out that you don't, is gonna, knock your feet from underneath your legs, and you're down. You can't stand back up because you had this false reliance, and sometimes family can be false reliance. And that's very careful. I mean, that's very, you better put that in your back pocket and keep that to look out for, you know. And when it comes to these computers and these vehicles, our entire air system, the planes and all of that are dependent upon computers. And we saw a shutdown. Now, that little shutdown, was that a warning? You best believe it was a warning. Whether it was a warning by a hack by another country, or literally our system failed internally on its own measure, it's still a warning that we can go back to the cave status. And that's what the human needs. The human needs the club and the woods, nigga. That's where the human need to have his ass back at. Because all of this shit you think you're doing is not riding. Look at it. Let's look at it, what I'm talking about. You haven't seen any new cell phones being marketed and advertised. You haven't seen new video game consoles. Yeah, that's the official website, kickedoutofheaven.com. You haven't seen no new video game consoles. They haven't talked about no new video games. They haven't talked about anything about technology being pushed in front of you. I was talking with a friend, Warlock, who just called me recently, and he was talking about, man, the robots and, the RoboCop. Ain't gonna be no robots and no RoboCop. You have exhausted the original minerals and the resources that are required for the development of the chips of those items. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna collapse. Okay, I give a 5-year room system. I mean, a 5-year space is what I meant to say on the vehicles. The vehicles are going to collapse. They're hustling over there, and it's a very ugly, ugly system on how they have it. Like I was stating, in the 1300s, 1400s, you'll find out in volume 2, satellites. They use the word satellites for devils. Now we have satellites over the planet that are transferring all of your information and all your private things or whatever the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out, man. It's been 20 years of bad decision making. A lot of people jumped on the bandwagon of all the heroin intake, of all the fucking they don't even talk about the opioids and the meth because it's gone so bad. And let me show you how bad it is. Have you all noticed that when you drive past a hospital, it looks like a fucking business park district over there? It's like 3-4 buildings, 3-4 different skyscrapers over there. Yeah, because only one of them is a hospital. The other 2-3 buildings are behavior hospitals for the dumbass that has evolved in society and has these things called episodes and shit. Where they spaz out and try to cut somebody's head off and shit. And the behavior hospitals for kids, 18-year-olds, and there's adults in there too, getting fights at home. They're not making any money. They don't know how to pay bills. It is called the indigenous backfire. What people have to understand is that all of this shit is new. What you gonna, and that's why I had to write the books, because the Kicked Out of Heaven shows us the Europeans have been operating underneath banking systems, lawyers, judges, executioners, diseases and wars and all types of shit for thousands of years. They've been doing this shit since Greece. This is new to the native. You indigenous motherfucker. I'm indigenous motherfucker. Okay? It is new to us. Okay, so we don't know what the fuck it is. Our parents didn't forewarn us about taxes and credit and all these other different systems, the lottery and all this other shit. This is shit they've been moving with since the 1400s. It's their culture that we are inside of. And we're newly introduced into these elements, and we have to truly figure out how to navigate the white male cultural system, because that's what it is, in order to survive. And there's a lot of things you have to do. And the first thing is need to be responsible. And that's what everything that I'm speaking about is why people are mad at the whole thing of the Trump, because black male, black female, even white female, the Mexican male, Mexican female, you're not invited truly. You can never thoroughly be invited into the white male thought pattern. And the reason why is because they've been operating off of it since Greece. They've kept their philosophy. They've kept their stories of success. They've kept their stories of failure. They've kept their lessons. They made sure that their children understood it. They kept their hunting rights. They kept all of their shit for eons. We have it. Our whole system has been interrupted, and that's why we are wearing European names, and that's why we speak English now. You see what I'm saying? And the whole world is trying to be a white male and don't know what the hell that is. Not including the fact that they began, they built universities like the Harvard and the Yale and the Cambridge and Oxford and all of that. Well, Cambridge and Oxford, those universities been around since like 1300 something, I think. Okay, when we talk about Yale, Harvard, and all the schools here in America, a lot of those were founded in the 1700s. The black male or the white female um wasn't even invited into the universities until the 1950s. So that means white male alone has studied and come to conclusion on many different sciences in the span of 200 some odd years, and nobody else knows anything about it. We don't know what they were studying. We don't know what they found out. We don't know what they're doing. And then 1970s, they already doing Operation Paperclip and MK Ultra and all this other shit, where it's advanced psychological, advanced telepathy projects that they're doing in order to control humans, you know what I'm saying, and control the people. They do the syphilis experiment over there in the Tuskegee. They do all types of shit. This is all documented shit. Okay? It's serious. So they put so much fear inside the blood of all the native races that they understand that all they have to teach their children is the full psychological realm of control. And that was the Walt Disney, and that is the HBO and the Netflix. And niggas sat on their ass and watched the fucking Netflix. And the woman is in with the system. The woman says, hey, we do the Netflix and chill. You get downloaded by the white man with me, and you get some pussy. Okay? You get some fucking Carl's Jr. cunt with some goddamn 3-4 dogs running around underneath a stank ass blanket. That's what it's supposed to be, you see. And the women are going to control your mind and grasp your attention with great amounts of twerking and animal call. You see what I'm saying? These are all mating calls. Okay. And that's what's going on. And now look at where we're at. You went through the COVID, you got vaccinated. A lot of my niggas say that the vaccinations is what's going up with these glitches in the brain and people doing these homicides, suicides, and domestic violence and all this other shit is going on nonstop. A lot of people don't check the news, but I'm reading the news every day and I see it every day. It's a joke, just like the twerking going on with Kamala at the fucking and the presidential whatever she was doing, her little speech or whatever. She got Megan Thee Stallion up in here reading these fucking foul ass lyrics, and the Europeans and the Jews are laughing at the world. They're laughing at the comical Negro who is up here with no responsibilities and no political representation, because the majority of them don't put themselves in serious industries that demand a connection with the political realm. And this is once again goes down to architecture, engineering, and things of that nature, high rank military, blah blah blah. We're not there by masse, and the black race isn't really dependent upon its own. So that's similar. That's like, it came by my head a couple of days ago on how females are militarized. The women out here are militarized, and they're militarized by finances. They weaponize sexuality. They're militarized by defense and support. And a black race isn't. So what they say about the black race? Where we at with it? Niggas don't give a fuck about what their representation is on a larger scale. Majority of motherfuckers can't pay their rent. You dig what I'm saying? And it's an ugly situation. So you better watch out the bad decision making you making out here. Yeah, you saw Polite was definitely a bad decision, wasn't it? And niggas just did that. Okay, and look at the Nature Boy. That was a bad decision, nigga. Niggas was putting them niggas up in front of me like, oh yeah, these the famous niggas. Nigga, These niggas is clowns. And if you can't see that with your own discernment, well then that means, you got to build up your judgment skills. You got to build up your processor on how to compute things, and you do that with experience, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to have mass amounts of experience in a lot of area. There's a lot of maturity that is involved and required, and for proper judgment of things. But I see it real quick. My judgment calls is a little bit different than what we have seen been pushed on society and what's been pushed inside the whole black or racial group thing, or just the human race overall, especially when it comes to the whole COVID situation. People want to act like they forget about. No, nigga, you was there. No, nigga, you was putting the syringe in your arm. They was selling chicken for the COVID. They was giving out free weed for the COVID. You remember that shit? Do you remember that shit? Yeah, I remember all of that. 720 stayed sane. I stayed with you. I stayed putting out music. I stayed putting out some of the highest level literature on this planet when it comes to intellect. Okay. And during the entire time. And now look at where we're at. You see? But what's so cold about it is that, people don't think about the end result of decisions when they make them, because there's always going to be an end point. And that's where you fuck up. If you can't perceive your endpoint to be more in a pro than a con, then you don't need to be making a decision on that situation. You see? And that's also going in with the music motherfuckers been listening to. Where is it at now? You don't see none of them niggas. All of them niggas quacked out. Kanye quacked out. They made Drake look like a pedo. They made, I ain't even gonna speak on Duke, but where did fucking J. Cole go to after the whole thing with the beef? You see what I'm saying? Like, the whole shit is just whack, nigga. It's just self-implosion, self-destruction, self-sabotage, spontaneous human combustion in this motherfucker. That's what it is. Motherfuckers is blowing up, because they can't stay focused. They can't stay authentic. Authenticity has been ripped out of people because of the traumas that they have faced when they were a child, and they don't want that to be recognized in the world. So when they go out in the world, they put on a different face, a fake face, you see? And this is where we're at. So people be like, yo, don't talk about me and the shit I'm doing, talk about other things in the world. Let's talk about ancient Egypt. Let's talk about third party subjects, that ain't got nothing to deal with our individual perfection and our own modification, looking in the mirror and saying what's wrong about what we're doing. I do things wrong, that's why I'm gotta go back over these books and put them out again in hardcover, which will be coming soon, but trust me, you want to get what's available now, the blackmansbible.com, the kickedoutaofheaven.com. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just it's an ugly situation. It's definitely an ugly situation. Niggas is still on podcasts complaining about pussy and shit, and that's the only thing motherfuckers can talk about. They have blinded you with butt for the past fucking 20 years. Every time you turn on the news, somebody got divorced. Every time you turn on the news, somebody got domestic violence. Somebody's motherfucker over here. Let me see here. Somebody over here done infanticide. Some girl done killed her goddamn child. This is consistent. Like, if you don't watch the news, then you really can't feel what I'm saying. But I'm looking at the news every single day, and I see it. It is wild. People are definitely having glitches in the mind, and you don't know what's going to come out of that glitch. You got to keep your distance. You don't know how sane a person is. You don't know if somebody just wants to feel what being a killer is like, and they do that shit, and fuck up their whole life, fuck up other people's lives because they're not computing. They have very short-witted thinking spans. You know what I'm saying? I think long-term in the future. That's why I wrote this literature. You see what I'm saying? And once you understand where you come from, you can understand where you're going. And you best believe the medieval is where you come from, because that's the time period that was right before America, regardless of what location of the planet. It was medieval Africa, medieval Europe, medieval China, medieval Islam, medieval everything. It was all medieval. Okay. And yeah, this is where we at. But yeah, let's get to it. Kamala, it's not gonna happen. And anybody who supports you can feel the weakness in people trying to support Democrats right now. You're a stupid motherfucker. Look at the way these niggas are holding themselves, and look at what they're presenting to the world when it comes to a quote unquote president. Have you lost your mind? The motherfucker could barely stand. The motherfucker's up here mumbling and talking dumb shit, and then he's over here smelling girls' hair and shit. The niggas is birds, bro. You know what I'm saying? You supported birds. You put a weak motherfucker in the presidency that made the goddamn country weak as fuck. Skyrocketed all the practices, and skyrocketed all the finance. Inflation. Skyrocketed all the prices on the gas and shit. It's like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. You know. You can definitely feel that energy come off a Democrat motherfucker. You representing stupid now. It's just like everybody when they was repping the Kanye. There was all Kanye, Kanye, Kanye. And then when Kanye started showing up with silver paint all over him and gold paint all over him, and we don't know what the fuck is going on with this nigga's brain. And this nigga's over here taking these pills or whatever the case is going. They fried this nigga in the microwave, and you think it's all a joke. And then people are embarrassed by representing or trying to defend Kanye when there's more antics, more antics, more antics, and more antics. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was a decision. You know what I'm saying? Watch what you represent. Watch what you fucking support. Because, see, one thing about me is I don't like to be let the fuck down. I don't like to be let down. I don't like that energy, man. So, I don't really attach myself to people, man. I don't know what the fuck you capable of. I don't know what the fuck you might do, and I don't know where the fuck you come from. And I don't know how the fuck you think, how the fuck you eat. I don't know. You never know what a person is doing. You only know what a person is doing when they're in front of you. Besides, when they're in front of you, you don't know what the fuck that motherfucker doing. And it's kind of cold because we even went through a couple of years of that in the past 20 years when niggas thought they was spying on everybody. Everybody was all looking at nigga Snapchat location, bitch ass nigga. What type of fucking nigga gotta go look up and search on another nigga? Like, what the fuck? I ain't never in my life looked up what another nigga doing. I don't give a fuck about what another nigga doing. Why would I? What does that do for me? It does nothing. They bag is they bag, and they gonna get caught up with they bag on how they supposed to, because the Lord made you perfect in your way, nigga. The fuck? I don't give a fuck about, man. Niggas better get their mind right. But it's 20 years of bad decision making, and that's why I keep the distance. The Y2K, the 2012. Come on, throw out some other shit. The towers went down. What does it mean to be grounded? Based in reality. Grounded is like, a ground wire. The ground wire is the negative, but the positive can't run without that connection to the root source, which is the mineral, the iron, the steel, and that's what being grounded is. Being grounded is staying based in reality. And staying based in reality is after the age of 18, you have to make money, you have to pay bills. That's it. You have to keep you some pretty pussy with you. You gotta goddamn smoke you some green. I mean, you don't gotta smoke the green, but stay away from the green. Especially nowadays. You don't even know what the fuck it is. You don't even know if it's weed or not. So stay away from the green. I'm not going to promote that. You know what I'm saying? But stay based in reality. And the way a man stays based in reality, even women in elder age, I've read this when it says, for women not to go into the cat lady zone, they have to stay consistent in nonfiction books. Fiction books promote insanity. So stay away from novels, stay based in reality, because reality is going to teach you, nonfiction books are going to teach you about good decision making skills that you will be facing in reality, because the mode has been the mode forever, is what people fail to realize. And a lot of people will be like, yo, 720, why you so comfortable? You don't be tripping, you don't be jumping up and down, hooting and hollering. Dog, I've studied this shit. You have shit on your planet. Do you understand? Let me say something. Motherfuckers want to act like, oh, we gonna have the revolution. Nigga, there was a revolution in the 1950s, the 1850s, the 1750s. It was a revolution. Every goddamn year. There's been some woman giving a birth abortion somewhere ever since ancient Egypt. Don't you understand that? Like, there's always been bombs. You have to look at the many different discs of softwares that's going on in your existence that keep your existence alive. So when it comes to, I didn't even announce this. Let's talk about this, because it just zapped in my mind on one of those softwares. One of those softwares is when we're dealing with royalty. King will kill queen. Queen will try to kill king. The motherfucking prince will try to kill the king, and the prince will try to kill the queen, and the prince will try to kill each other for the throne. Do you understand? So there's a African nation in America that's right off the coast of South Carolina. It's I don't even know how to pronounce dude's name, but it's a Yoruba king. His name is Oyo. Hold on, let me see if I can look it up real quick. It just passed my mind. Oyo King died. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah. Let me see here. No. African king died in America. Yeah, here it goes like this. Adegbolu. Oh no, Adegbolu. Abiogemo, Eddie Fumney, 47 years old, died from Beaufort County, South Carolina. He was the African village ruler. Okay. This is why I stay away from niggas. Right here. Assassination. A man killed in African village stabbing was the king of a tribe here in America. That's right. Let's talk about it. Okay, hold on. Let me see this shit. I'm going to pull it up. And we have to do this for the people. That's right. Hold on. African king died in jealousy and envy when hate becomes friendly. That's right. Okay. So let's go here. Let me show y'all something real quick. Yeah, man, this is what's going on. This is what is going on. You see that? What is it right there? Leader of Beaufort County's African village stabbed to death by family member. Do you see this shit? That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Proof in the pudding every time. Of the victim of a fatal July 29th stabbing that took place in Oyotunji, African village, has been identified as the king and leader of that village, Adegbolu Abiogemo Eddie Fumney. Eddie Fumney died after suffering multiple stab wounds. Akiba Kasali Meredith, a sister of Eddie Fumney, was arrested following the attack and charged with 1 count of murder. She's currently held at the Beaufort County Detention Center. And these people are so-called Yoruba. Okay? Yeah. And they were supposed to be the current embodiment of the Gucci Geelys and all that, the Geechee and the Gula people. Okay, you see what I'm saying? This is the shit I'm talking about right there. I just showed you. Okay. Sister stabbed up the king. Okay, this goes on throughout history. You understand? All the way down to ancient Egypt. Okay, the brother kills the brother. They kill for the throne. We lie. There is the poison. Somebody got poisoned. There is great government scandal. And there is great conspiracy. The fucking human. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, this shit is on repeat throughout history. The fucking poor begging, and you have to give the charity, and the choir singing at the church, and the disease that then came through, and then the disease then wiped out some people. Then there's a famine, and then there's a war, and then we got the fruits back, and then there's a new dance style that's introduced. There is a new fashion style that's introduced. You see, this shit has been going on and repeat for eons and eons and eons and eons. This is just the same shit. It's the same shit, different outfit. That's all it is. Same activity, same human activity. See, like, this is what's so crazy. When I show the Negro Krampus from Christmas time of the Europeans, okay? And Krampus is up there with the horns and wearing the animal outfit and all of this other shit. And the niggas say, oh, look at the white man wearing the go head, the white man, da 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 da. Bro, all of your gods in ancient Egypt have animal heads. Now, what's any different? What is any different with the animal heads in Egypt on all the gods and goddesses versus the white man being a werewolf in Europe? Okay, what's the difference? It's animal. You see how that works? It's real simple shit. So I'm relaxed. The foolery isn't gonna really move me too much. One thing we gotta understand is that we are about the most safe space, even though there's never been a safe space on this planet. There's never been a time period things were safe. There's always been a shark chewing on some human leg somewhere, or something being attacked, or somebody shooting somebody, or some abortion going down, or some crazy ass shit. It's always been like that. And it will be like that. And even when it comes to the element of those groups that are fighting it, okay, those are also software programs that will always stay in place. So there'll always be the revolutionary, the fucking Che Guevara, or the Huey P. Newton, or somebody complaining about the politics and the political structure, and the politics always running their mouth, talking about what they're gonna promise the people and shit. This shit has been the same for eons and eons and eons. That's why I'm, chilling. It doesn't affect me. I won't allow it to affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, in the lupanars, which is the term for brothels and prostitute houses in ancient Rome, girls that used to walk the street and sell Gucci used to dye their hair blonde and red, and I think it was also blue. Okay, what do we have now? The same shit, same fucking shit. You just so why let it bother you? It's all a repeat. There's nothing new here. It's all loads of dumbass. And then when you identify these things, then you see the people that are in it, and you see they have no real mentality of taking things from A to Z and getting things, truly done. Because there is no A to Z when the software is continuously spinning. You're just supposed to keep the software in operation. There's no end point. You see what I'm saying? It's just like that GTA, Grand Theft Auto. There really is no end point. You can go through all the missions, but then you can still parlay, drive around in the car, shoot shit up, shoot the cops up, get in a military tank, blow the whole scene up, and there's no stopping. It's the same system, and that's what we're in right now. So, but I will say this, with this whole Kamala situation, it does fit inside what you want to call the revelations. Okay, there is prophecy behind the situation, so it's very, let me see here. You got to be very careful with these things. Okay, look at this. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. You see? Watch this shit. Okay. And then we go right here. Boom. She is wearing the pearls, my friend. And I could go into the deeper line of what a Kamala is and everything dealing with her name and all this other shit, which is science that I've broken down time before, and it does mean whore. I've heard my homie told me that he heard her say something about legalizing prostitution. I don't know about that. That's a ugly situation there. And then we got this happen a couple days ago. Yeah, that's me with Charleston White. That nigga. I gave that nigga a copy of the medieval book. So watch to see if he spit out any science around about some white boys. Because I came at him, with the literature in hand because hey, he presents himself as an intellectual. And this is information where we need to be understanding what we're really dealing with. We don't know who them Europeans were before they got on that Mayflower. That's just the bottom line. But this nigga blew me off and and turned into an old ghetto ass nigga. But then he did some bitch ass shit. I'm with this baddie, at the fucking event. I'm with this badass bro. This nigga up on stage talking about how he done sent the dick pic to another nigga, to Bandman Kevo. You know what I'm saying? Then watch this shit. Then come up on stage with some old lame ass white boys singing and shit. That's just shit. You gonna say the white boys sing better than any niggas in the room? If you don't get the fuck out of here, bro, let me see if I can if I can speed it up a little bit. This nigga got the white boys up here, little fucking nerd looking ass motherfuckers. Nigga. Yeah, the nigga started going into some real weird shit up on stage. And I was like, nigga, what type of nigga is this? I almost didn't even want to give him the book. So I said, nigga, I done already made it here. I might as well complete the fucking mission. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, man, niggas is weird, man. But it shows every time I come around any one of these Hollywood niggas, they whole shit just collapses. They whole shit, they whole aura of who they be trying to keep themselves up in this light, it just collapses, my nigga. Like, nigga, fuck out of here. It's been a lot of weird shit during the course of July this year. You dig what I'm saying? That's been going down that I really didn't try to kick off, but I handle mines on every time. You dig? So this niggas, yeah, man, just the whole black picture, black leader thing, nigga, is a do-it-yourself project. Be intelligent, and put the boundaries around your square. Make sure you defend yourself, and that's the only thing that I promote out here. And all this leading the motherfucker to the bridge or whatever the fuck niggas think is gonna happen. I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I lead myself. I lead the woman in my house, and that's about it, nigga. My kids, nigga. Everything. I've given the game. Do it yourself project. You understand? That's what this is. The kicked out of heaven. You have to come get it. And then after that, once you have fallen in love with real intellect, then we can see if you are prepared for other layers of the money, religion, sciences. You dig what I'm saying? Because there's other people out here who can claim it, but nigga, I'm gonna tell you right now, fucking around with that weak shit, we don't do. And it's been 20 years of bad decision making across the board that motherfuckers have been doing. So I throw up my cross with anybody that I meet, nigga, because everybody, see, better safe than sorry. And when I was a young nigga and I had my first little situation in court, I understood that the lawyer and the DA and all of them, they had a unique language, the jargon of law, basically, as they were communicating with each other, and had my life and my future on a piece of paper, and they could just write an X or write a check mark, and my days was done. They put a signature, and my days was done. I mean, I wasn't facing no big case or nothing like that, and when I noticed that, I said, "Oh, nigga, we not finna play that game. We gonna learn what you're speaking and the essence of what you're speaking." And the homie here put Latin. And here's what's really going on with court, and when it comes to quote unquote authorities, the police officers, SWAT team, FBI, whatever, authority respects authority. So when you're an authority at your household, when you have been respected as an authority in your neighborhood, when you have been respected as an authority in your city or whatever the case, or those who you commune with, and you also hold this you hold the sash of responsibility. Once people see that, and once court sees that or the police officer sees that, they salute you and give you your respect to your room, and they won't bother you with bullshit. I don't get bothered with bullshit because I did the due diligence to understand how my environment is operating and how things got to the way it is right now. So you can't put me in a cloak of Republican or Democrat or none of that other shit. I mean, I know the American history line behind it and where they come from and what that truly means. To be a Republican truly means to be responsible and to have self-sustenance. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You have to know what's going on in order to protect those around you. So I get respected in that light, you know. So when it comes down to it, man, this whole Kamala thing is a bunch of bullshit. She better not don't come to no fucking Vegas. The 72 don't want you here, and Democrat means demon crazy. We're not standing on that line. We definitely need, because I'm gonna tell you, the way it's set up with her husband being Jew and all of this other shit, man, it's set up for the whole country to collapse if she gets in office. She just disappeared for 3 years. We didn't see her during the entire Biden presidency, and then she just pops her head up out of nowhere, and now she's running for president. Like, what the fuck? And that picture that I just showed you with her in the purple was with her being vice president um during the inauguration, you see. So it's an ugly situation. If Trump gets in office, expect money to roll back through and expect some that project 2025 to come on down and put the hammer on a nigga's head, and we need to get the money rolling back up in this country. We need to get some shit standing strong. And the only way we're gonna do it is we're gonna do it with Trump. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I've never voted in my life. I think it's all a falsehood. I really don't want my hands in the filth with you niggas, because me voting for anybody ain't gonna put no dollars in my pocket. And well, it's definitely evident that each presidency does have a different attitude or a different mentality that is introduced worldwide. Okay. Yeah, and we get our mass deportations, but I mean, look at it. I saw a receipt yesterday from an immigrant in New York City. They had $13,000 on the EBT and $5,000 on their monthly, is what the government is giving each immigrant right now, and American citizens ain't getting that. We're upholding this country and the government at the same time, and they're using our tax dollars to do that. You see what I'm saying? So it's all weak shit. I don't sign up for no weak shit. I don't expect you to sign up for no weak shit. And for 20 years consistently, motherfuckers have been signing up for depression and mental health. And I got the ADHD and I got the scurvy and I got the this and I got to take my meds and I need a therapist. And that's all fucking weak shit. Like, what the fuck is that weak ass shit? Please say sorry. Don't talk about the retard. Clap your hands for the retard. Can walk up the stairs. And I'm like, man, fuck all that weak ass shit. That shit is weak, nigga. I don't sign up to no fucking weakness, man. Like, and you niggas didn't see what you did. You signed up for weakness collectively. So that's what I was saying about me thinking about better safe than sorry. Everybody has supported it for the entire society to be inside of it. So when I meet somebody new or whatever the fuck, nigga, I automatically take a nigga user shrimp sucking motherfucker. You eat the shrimp with the oil that came out the oil spill, and you goddamn do the dumbass because you like the dumbass and you want to be identified with more dumbass. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't care. I'll put you off the cliff, nigga, because you rendered yourself as useless. You rendered yourself as worthless, when you don't have any intellect, when you don't have nothing that you could provide, nothing that you can give to the scenery of sustenance or to our stability in the area of survival, then you are worthless in essence. You are nothing but a consumer, a leech, a worm, and you are eating off of everybody else, a parasite. You are eating off of everybody else while people are working hard for their shit. And that's what's going on in this country. There's a lot of different layers to the whole immigrant situation, and those are some of them. We don't need them here. They can go back to wherever the fuck they came from. Why can't you build up your country? Shit. What the fuck is the problem? We built this shit over here that we're operating off of. You can build whatever the fuck you are operating off of wherever the fuck you at. That's just the bottom line to it. So yeah. Any more questions, man? I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. I just want to drop this little piece. It was actually going to be a lot liver than this, but 20 years of bad decision making. I've been thinking about that for about a week. I didn't write anything down or have no great expansive documentary set up for motherfuckers. I know motherfuckers need shit flying across the screen and all of that. I don't need that shit. I don't produce that shit, nigga. I stay stuck in the realms of reality. Like the brother asked me, what does it mean to be grounded? Fuck with the real. This is a live feed. You don't see no glitching and no editing and no whole bunch of extra shit to try to maintain somebody's attention span. I don't need to maintain your attention span. You need to maintain your own fucking attention span. It's yours, nigga. The fuck? That's just the reality. Yeah, here we go. But yeah. So let me know what the deal is. Anybody got any questions, man? You better pop them up now. Because I'm finna skedaddle up out of here. You dig what I'm saying? I'm looking for some songs. Or if you got a request to lay down, go ahead and do it. Will another album come out? There's been a lot of people asking me. I don't know. It might be. The bad decision making. The rap game looks bad. Black people are embarrassing. Black people be embarrassing the rest of us, and they don't even see that that's what they doing. I mean, the mind is too short. You know what I'm saying? For real. The thinking is too short-witted. Mass deportations. We need it. We don't know what's gonna happen. Everything is lackadaisy. Everything is off balance. You dig? So yeah. Let me go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. Nice seeing y'all. Nice talking with y'all. Nice kicking it, I will say that. But we're going to go ahead and shut it down for the night. Go to thekickedoutofheaven.com. Let me put the links up in here. Get the books now. Don't be talking about doing something you ain't going to do, nigga. I mean, you come out your mouth saying you going to do some shit, you better fucking do it. Be a fucking man. Operate with some goddamn honor. Take your bitch ass, put your fucking tampon on. Take your ass back to the motherfucking house, nigga. Stay the fuck out of here. when I mentioned Moors, I mentioned how horrific it was. Please do a book about it. Um, look, Moors is a term that comes from Mauritania during those times. In the old world, all black people were identified as Moors. Okay. Um, just like we call them black today or colored today or whatever the case. Me, bro. Look, I had a sound family structure. I had an okay family structure, so I'm not looking to join groups. What people fail to realize is that it's all psychology. So a lot of people who need to identify with something as an adult, they come from a bad background, bad family structure. And they feel as if they're trying to reproduce a healthy family structure by joining a group. And in this group, they eat foods together and they wear similar clothing and they use a specific jargon with each other. But does the group actually carry out the mission statement of the group? No. We see that with the MSTA Moors and whatever Moors of today. Um, I do understand about, what the Moors were doing to Europeans, which was horrific, which is what I've stated before. And the brother is mentioning in the comment now. But why put out that information? Negroes are self centered and they want to know that they've invented everything. They want to know that they've, built all the pyramids all across the world. They were the ancient gods of every mythology system. They were the first samurais in Japan. They made all the inventions in America. They did everything. And that's what black people want to hear. Black people want to hear about their melanin and their pineal gland isn't calcified. And they want to hear about how special they are and how their shit don't stink. That is what Negro thinking is based on. I don't think like that. Um, Delusions of grandeur will confuse all facts. And I don't think in that format. So I'm not gonna put out that type of information because black people look at me and be like, oh, he hate niggas and he hate this and he hates the Moors and da 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 da. Um when going down the lanes of history. Black people only want to find themselves and then that's it. You know, they want to see, oh, is your origins black? Okay, your origins are black and we were the first man, blah, blah, blah. And then that's it. There's no study of language. There's no study of their mythology or their astrological system or their monetary system or their barter system or their medical system. There's no understanding or a true interest to discover what those things are. That's where I'm at. You know, I gave you 1,000 years of weather in the first chapter. I'm interested in how the weather affects people, how it affects your crops, how do you survive your diseases? What were your diseases? What were the ups and downs? What were the philosophies behind it? I'm interested in those things. Black people don't have a real good interest rate in shit. They're not interested in a motherfucking thing. If they were, this could have been written 100 years ago. The books were there. A lot of the books that I used in order to compose this 3-volume series were written in the 1500s, 1600s, so they were around. You know, there's libraries in every hood, and then right next door to it is a basketball court. Everybody goes to the basketball court. They don't go deep into the bowels. They don't ask the right questions. You know, our parents don't create a good good thinking processor in the mind to question things. You know, so I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'm not gonna write a book on Moorish history. I'm not gonna do it. You know, um, people will look at me funny. People looked at me funny for every book that I've written. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool off of that. And then not only that, there's no financing for that to be done in a healthy space. You see, when white people say, "Okay, Stephen King, we want you to write a book on this subject," you know what they do? They give Stephen King a budget. They put him in a home. They make sure he's fed well. They make sure his wife is taken care of. They make sure that he has the freedom space to do his research, to compose the literature that they want him to compose. Black people don't know how to control a situation yet in order to do that. They don't say, hey, here's the talent. We need to build a situation around the talent where the talent is free to create. And when he's free to create, we can when he's free to create, he can create his best work because he has no other worries. He has a team that will allow him to build. And that is what we saw with Lil Wayne. You know, Lil Wayne had a team behind him that financed the picture, and he put out many albums, and he put out the YMCMB and made a beautiful situation. That's because he had financiers behind him. You know, we go finance imaginary schools from individuals like a Umar Johnson who says he's going to put out a school, and you've never even seen that nigga drive a car. You ever seen what type of car he drive? Have you ever seen his home? Has he ever done a video from his library study in his home? No, he hasn't, because it's all false shit, and black people don't know what to thoroughly support. You know, so they don't investigate situations to support them properly. You know, you can investigate my line. You know, you can put my name up and go look through all the penitentiaries in America. I ain't got no scams on my line, nigga. I ain't never been up in no state, no fed. You know, yeah, you've never seen any of his possessions, but what you have seen is a long list of him traveling all across the globe and shit. Nigga, they don't want to hear your fucking mouth in no Panama, nigga. You look uncapped, nigga. Your grandmammy and say you look uncapped, nigga. Cut your motherfucking hair, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You got this long list of you traveling across the world speaking to the Negro about nothing. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, you've been doing that shit for the past 10 years and ain't got one thing cracked off yet. What is your full intent? You know, my full intent is to survive for eons in the space of do it yourself, because that's what it is. Because guess what? I had to educate myself. I didn't put any dependency on no public education school system or even a university for me to learn the things that I've learned. But now universities reference my material, you know. Brother said he's on book 2 of Kicked Out of Heaven and he's having nightmares. That's plausible. The book is dark. Yes, it is very dark. I'm gonna tell you right now. If you ain't got no woman with you in your crib, look, you can't read those books and not have somebody to be communicating and sharing the information with and going over the information with consistently. You cannot allow that information to just sit and fermentate in the mind. Okay. You're going to have to have the wifey with you or have somebody with you. You need to be, really getting that, releasing that energy out and being out in the mix of things when you deal with volume 2. And if you read volume 2 all the way through, you have to read volume 3. If you don't, then you might be stuck in the abyss forever. I'm gonna tell you straight up, that volume 2 is a cold piece of work, but yeah, it's very dark. I do understand that. But yeah, I'll never write a book on the Moors. I mean, I got a whole list of other books that I was gonna write, but what's the point? People just buy my books and try to go repeat the information that I put out, and there's really no investigation or interest. People want to say, "Oh, a nigga did this. Let me find out." Yeah, nigga, I got the bibliography up in there. I'm not gonna front on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. So I put all my resources of where I got the information from, and people would just go, "Oh, nigga, I'm gonna go over here and get the information too, nigga. Now I'm you," type shit. There's a lot of weird mentalities and very immature mentalities I've encountered over the years, not only with just the videos, but the books and the music. You know what I'm saying? So people are mad when, well, here's a deep rooted space with the human thinking. The human thinking, especially when it comes to males in competition, are in the space of you can't do what I can't do. You see how that works? So a lot of males are in the mentality space of, I know this, and that is the limit of what you know as well. You can't go past the limit of what I am at, And white boys don't look at the game like that. White boys look at the game like, oh, okay, I understand this side. You understand this side. What's the similarities and the familiarity and all of this? Where are you ranked? Are you a specialist? Are you an expert? Was your grandfather doing this? How long have you been in the game? Do you know the nature of the game? Do you know the spirit of the game? Okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's try to put some things together and make things work. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they go through all the original softwares too, of motherfuckers getting robbed and somebody running off with the plug twice, and they go through all of those layers too. There was a domestic violence and the fucking divorce and all of that other shit. They go through all of those layers too. They're the ones that originated those layers. We're just now newly introduced into them. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I would like to, but I highly doubt it. It's not gonna be a Moorish book, brother. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. You know. Um, and not only that is because I put money into it and invest into my own line doing it, and niggas ain't finna purchase it. Niggas is gonna try and find the ebook somewhere and try to copy shit and copy and paste shit, and niggas, they're not giving no full support in that lane. So I'm cool. So yeah, I'm good on all of that. But if you want to go ahead and holler at me and you want to put some finances into the Stargate publishing, I can make a lot of things happen. There's a lot of different books that I was gonna write about. A lot of different subjects in different areas of history and shit. You know how I do. The 10 books that I got out right now aren't all the same. They're all completely different. The Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, niggas got quiet on that, because it's too heavy. The information I drop is heavy. And a lot of people aren't built for it. So, what's the point? I don't see the point. The point in this game is your survival, and those who are going to survive with you, and yeah, as of right now in this current moment, I'm a single father. I'm only surviving on my back. There's nobody else. And it's been like that for a couple of years. So even with the course of me putting out the Encyclopedia on the Alchemy of Women, I've been over here solo. So shit, there's only so much weight one back can bear. You understand? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. If y'all got any requests for any songs, you better make them now, because I'm about to skedaddle for show. Let me see here. What was I gonna play? Yeah, here we go. So y'all get at me. Go ahead and get the books. If you already got them, get them again. Get them for a friend, so on and so forth. And let's run the game. All right, y'all get at me now. Peace.
Hard, hard, hard. Never sold my soul to the devil, but I can say you his. Welcome to Dante's America, where the demons live. Can you tell me the difference between the snake and the rib? We take the widgets to the stake just because of Eve's bid. I got nothing to give, cause there's something to take. I plot my escape while drinking fermented grapes. The undead, the Dracula, the bat with the cape. Can't see the execution, the face where lurky smiles or sobs. Do not bungle the job, you might trouble the mob. They will have you for lunch, anybody gets touched. The prostitutes don't flush, and the ghost they clutch. I move smoothly for the booty, need my gold in a plush. So welcome, hear ye, come one, come all. This the last of days, masquerading death at the ball. Watch a dragon soar the sky and breathe fire on all. Strive to stay alive, because the wolf don't crawl. Yes, the eagle is law, we cut the feeble and small. I'm not speaking to y'all, this is silent to secrecy. Providing the mystery, right story about victory. My blunt stay hickory, bitch niggas can get with me. Not only OG, you know that shit ain't on history, nigga, fuck it. I catch a traitor's head in a bucket, I'm never trusted. My sword is never rusted, I'm plagued with the disgusted. Amazed and I love it, guns blazed at the summit. Gargoyle, who won it? Survive fights with light to watch your eyes turn bright. Keep your rosary beats for things that bumper tonight. Cause even saints face the tank for a piece of the bank. We all moving up ranks with these double-edged shanks. This is pirate and plank with song and strong drink. How long will fate take with bad success and good mistakes? We all gotta wait for the black or pearly gates. I was never early or late. The right don't debate. No, I won't hesitate. Rip his nose off his face, put his head on the plate. Then I'll boil it with dates. They'll taste checkmate and then we all say grace.
You're in my world now.
We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. We battle with the gods under 1,000,000 stars. There's lion blood in my chalice, a goat heart in the balance. I speak in italics, discussing these chances. In the Eiffel Tower of Paris, my chariot, the color is metallic. A wonderland to Alice, it's all blunder and malice. Best talent that's combined with magic. Behind the static, there's voices in the shadow. The only choice is battle. Hop into Hellcat and skedaddle. They're watching King Kong climb the Tower of Babel. Ignore every Eve trying to give me an apple. The little rascal that can't be canceled. In the courtyard of my castle, these hens doing nothing but cackle. Now they walking in my chapel with candles that's lit. Definitely with the shits, cause we handle it. Met with the building that is brick by brick. Old Mac, big head, can't tell me shit. Capoeira with the spiral kick, spit hieroglyphs when the tyrants sit at the Coliseum. Whether spies or allies, I know them when I see them. Greet them with an olive branch, that's for the treason. Watch Pocahontas rain dance for the season. Is he still breathing? After the execution, they blame spirits and start the accusing. And then survive every disaster and delusion. Supreme mathematics, the author of confusion. Niggas be cheating and they still losing. Bones in my blank keep me tuned and influenced by the moon sin. A lunatic in the truant skin. A boogeyman with a heart like a ruby gem. A whirlwind, I twirl in the middle of tornadoes. Between riddles and fables, keep my Glock on the table. Shot of scotch keeps me stable. Watch Watching divas belly dance with diamonds in their navel. We rode on sound waves that was way before a label. And while you getting hung by the TV cable, I was ready and able. The black amour that raised you from the grave to the cradle. We battle with the gods under a million stars. We battle with the gods under a million stars. We battle with the gods under a million stars.